Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that your entire world is about to collapse. Within just a few weeks, millions of young men would leave their homes, their families, their dreams, not knowing that most of them would never return. All because of one single gunshot fired on a quiet street in Europe. A gunshot that changed human history forever. This is the story of World War I. At the beginning of the 20th century, Europe looked powerful, wealthy, and confident. Factories filled the cities, trains crossed continents, empires ruled half the world. But beneath this surface of progress, something dangerous was growing. Fear, pride, rivalry, and ambition. Nations competed for land and influence. They believed strength meant survival, and weakness meant destruction. So they built massive armies, powerful navies, deadly weapons. They formed alliances, promising to protect each other. But these alliances would soon drag the entire world into war. By 1914, Europe was divided into two camps. On one side, Britain, France, and Russia. On the other, Germany and Austria-Hungary. It only needed one spark. And that spark came on June 28, 1914, in Sarajevo. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, was assassinated in front of his wife, in front of the public, in broad daylight. One young man, one bullet, one moment, and everything changed. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia. They issued an ultimatum. Serbia refused part of it, so war was declared. Russia mobilized. Germany responded. France prepared. Britain joined. Within days, Europe was on fire. Young soldiers marched to war, smiling, cheering, believing it would be over soon. They were wrong. By the end of 1914, the Western Front was frozen in place. Two massive armies facing each other across miles of trenches. Mud, rats, cold, disease. This became their home. Day after day, shells exploded above them. Machine guns waited ahead. Any attack meant death. This was trench warfare, a war where moving forward meant dying. New weapons appeared. Poison gas burning lungs from the inside. Flamethrowers turning battlefields into hell. Tanks, slow and loud, trying to break the deadlock, but nothing worked. Thousands died for a few meters of land. On the Eastern Front, armies moved across vast distances. Germany defeated Russia several times, but losses were enormous. In 1915, Italy joined the Allies. Fighting spread to the mountains. In the same year, the Ottoman Empire entered the war. Battles reached the Middle East, Africa, the seas, everywhere. One of the most famous battles was Gallipoli. Allied forces tried to break through. They failed. Thousands were killed. Among the defenders was Mustafa Kemal, future leader of Turkey. By 1916, the war reached unimaginable brutality. They're done. 10 months of non-stop fighting. Over 700,000 casualties. The Somme. On the first day alone, 60,000 British soldiers were hit. Dead, wounded, missing. Yet nothing changed. No victory, no breakthrough. Only more graves. The war became a test of endurance. Who could suffer longer without collapsing? By 1917, entire nations were exhausted. Food was scarce. Morale was broken. In Russia, revolution exploded. The Tsar fell. The new government wanted peace. In 1918, Russia left the war. Germany moved troops west. At the same time, a new power entered, the United States. Angered by submarine attacks and secret German plans, America joined the Allies. Fresh soldiers arrived, fresh supplies, fresh hope. In early 1918, Germany made one final gamble, a massive offensive. At first, it worked. Allied lines collapsed. Paris was threatened. But Germany had no reserves, no fuel, no food, no strength. When the Allies counterattacked, Germany could not stop them. The 100 Days Offensive began. Day by day, German forces retreated. Their allies surrendered. Bulgaria, Ottoman Empire, Austria-Hungary, all gone. Inside Germany, chaos spread. Strikes, starvation, rebellion. The emperor fled. The government asked for peace. On November 11, 1918, at 11 a.m., the guns fell silent. The war was over. More than 16 million dead, over 20 million wounded, an entire generation destroyed. Empires collapsed. Borders were redrawn. In 1919, the Treaty of Versailles was signed. Germany was blamed, punished, humiliated. Many Germans felt betrayed. Anger grew. Resentment spread. Seeds were planted for another war, an even greater one. World War I was called the war to end all wars, but it didn't. It changed warfare forever, changed politics, changed society. It showed how fragile civilization really is, and how quickly progress can turn into destruction. All of it started with one gunshot on a quiet street in Sarajevo.